Right. I'm auto-focusing on your chin.
Yes.
Good. Do you want to talk about chins, or do you want to talk about something that isn't chin related?
You have to ask me what we're talking about.
What are we talking about today, Giles?
Base of support today. George asked me to say what I was going to say about base of support, but I don't know, so I'm just going to ramble.
Surprise.
Base of support is really important for weightlifting technique. When we say base of support, really, we mean front to back. Very rarely weightlifters fall over sideways. I was going to say never, but George is making faces at me, so let's say rarely.
I have fallen over sideways.
Unless
Quite
it's
publicly
George.
too.
But your base of support in weightlifting, I don't really know why I got a bar out either, but I like it as a prop. Makes me feel like a weightlifter. Your base of support in weightlifting goes from, can you see my feet in frame all right?
Your feet are in frame, yes.
From the base of your big toe to about the middle of your heel back there. That means that if you and the bar, your centre of mass is between there, you're not going to fall forwards or back. So if I move forwards and lean, eventually I tip over, and that's because my centre of mass, which is somewhere in here, has moved forward on my base of support. The reason it's not right to the end of your feet is because your feet hinge. So if I tip forward, I don't go up on my whole foot like that. My base support doesn't extend to there. It just extends to the base of my big toe. So if you want it to be really fussy, if you push your toes hard into the floor, you could slightly affect it. But as a rule of thumb, base of the big toe for your base of support. And the reason this is important is when you're watching technique or you're looking at your own technique, if you can see side on well, all of this stuff in the pool, like being here, is about getting the bar right over the middle of your base of support. We don't want to be there because it's out in front of us. It's sometimes difficult. I don't know anything about driving Formula One cars, and I analogise it to driving a Formula One car. But people say that if you normally just drive a Ford Fiesta or whatever around town, and you get in a Formula One car, you can't drive it, because it's not made for driving in a normal way. They might be lying, I don't know. I've never driven a Ford Fiesta or a Formula One car. I've gone off track. But weightlifting technique is designed to lift very heavy weights. So if I'm lifting an empty bar, this starting over my base of support, so that's starting over the base of my big toe, I'm getting it over the middle of my base of support here, the bar, I'm keeping it over my base of support, so when I drive into the ground, the bar drives straight up. All that with a 20 kilo bar, and I weigh, let's say 80 kilo. It's not true, but let's say it was. I don't even weigh 100. We're going to say 100 because it's still not true, but 100 sounds good. So, you know, I'm not going to fall over if I do this with a bar because it only weighs 20 kilo. But hopefully, we go a bit beyond lifting 20 kilo and people start lifting multiples of what they weigh. And so then it becomes extremely necessary to have that bar over the base of support. You can imagine that if I had a bar out here, I can lift it when it's 20 kilo. If I keep putting more and more weight on the bar, if I'm strong enough to hold it, I'll eventually get tipped over by more weight being put on that bar. If I'm holding a bar here, you can put any amount of weight on, it's right over the middle of my base of support, I'm not going anywhere. So I wouldn't lose balance. So that is the essence of a lot of weightlifting technique, is seeing where the bar is. Sometimes your combined centre of mass, but often the bar, because the bar's heavy, is keeping that bar over your base of support. So when you're watching someone or watching your video from the side, has it stayed over your base of support all the way through your pull? When you're dipping and driving for your jerk, I think I talked about it, was it last week? Or the week before, the last one was holding it there, whatever, the dip. We like to stick our bum out a little bit, but not too much, because then we'll counter lean. The bar will go in front of our base of support and we'll launch it out forwards, which is a common mistake in jerks. The jerk receiving position, we do actually in a jerk sometimes have problems side to side, and the reason for that is the base of support is like the area of what we're touching on the floor here, down to our toe there, and when we come here, we reduce the width of that base of support and we just make it harder to balance. So often you sort that out by just moving your feet out a little bit, toeing in a little bit, increases our base of support. So getting your head around the base of support and how you interact with a bar to keep that bar over your base of support really helps you to understand technique and helps you when you're watching other people lift, make your first decisions about what's going wrong with technique or watching your own. The first thing to look is, has that bar strayed outside your base of support? Is it forward of, if it's back of your heel, you just fall over, and there ain't much technical things except falling over that put it behind your heel. But there are plenty of things that move the bar forward of your base of support. If you jump forward, it's because of that. If you spill weights forward, it's because of that. So it's a really important thing for you to get your head around and understand, and then it's much easier to analyse your technique through that. How's that, George?
Long but good.
Oh.
Hopefully there's still some people here.